according to it.
Okay, Perek Dal, the fourth Perek of Ayv Mishnah Vav. Our many used to start off with asking what. So it's Rabbi Yossi Omer Kol Mechaber Esatayr. Ches. In the article of Mishnah Ches. Rabbi Yossi says, Kol Mechaber Esatayr, whoever gives cover to the Torah, Gufay Mechuber Al Abrius. So then he will be honored by everyone else. Whoever is Machal or desecrates the Torah, Gufay Mechul Al Abrius. Then he's going to be not respected, he'll be disrespected by people. So how does this work? It says there in Yonah, an interesting thing. Does Ezu covered? What is covered? Ezu covered the Torah. Shlianiach svarim b'karka, not to put svarim on the floor. Lo yeshiv b'safsal, v'kisei kinegdom b'shavet, not to sit on the same bench as a sefer. It's not respectful. That's two. Number three, v'hachered al divrei Torah, someone who is careful to keep all the halachas. Mechaber oisa v'eslam de'eh, and he's mechaber the Torah by keeping it, as well as those who learn the Torah. Shadav yaduahu mehechrich hapsukim, v'svara shenesenes. It's an obvious thing, or it's a muchrach through psukim and logic. Shekol mishum medaber toiv al toivim b'al chachamim. Whoever talks positively about the chachamim, about good things, shemuchzakim bo yishud tzadik. So if I talk positively about gedolim, about Torah, that means I am a tzaddik. V'kol adar l'sam l'kav choiv. Whoever is down l'kav choiv does not give them the benefit of the doubt. The loy give b'maaseh loy mar she'enu mechaven. They're not really mechaven to the right thing. The Eino Roya Leo Yisrael Schus. He doesn't try to find a schus for them. And this person, be careful how we talk, right? And this person, when you talk about Rishoyim, about evil people, Matzdikas Masayim, yeah, it's not so bad, didn't really mean it. Says the Rabbeinu Yonah, it's Yadu, it's known, he has a shemet, some inkling of rishus. Because if you want to understand what a person is holding, you have to listen to who or what they praise and who or what they denigrate. And he quotes the pasuk in the first pasuk in Mishlei. The pasuk Shalom Yishlan al Zeh Shalom Melech al V'Shalom Amroi Mitzaref LeKesef L'Kur L'Zav. What is the what's a core? It's a crucible. The thing that purifies gold and silver. What the crucible is to purifying gold, the ish lefi mahalale is a person according to what he praises. So if you want to understand who a person is, kloimar lefi mashabu mahalal, what a person praises, that's who he is. And it goes on, is a gears issue the rest of the video, but the idea is that which a person praises, that's who he's holding. The person has to be careful how he speaks. I mean, not just that, is that how one speaks indicates his philosophy. That which he praises, that way involves discussion. There was once, I heard this from Rav Hillel Weinberg. Rav Hillel Weinberg is Rav Noach Weinberg's son. So he was the Rosh Yeshiva of Eish HaTorah for Tzkuf. He was in Melbourne. Wes was raising money. He spoke in the Kollel, and he said the following story. So Shlomo Zalman Auerbach and another Gadol. There was another Gadol. They didn't say who it was. They were once talking. This other Gadol said, I see your kids. Baruch Hashem turned out to be big Talmidei Chachamim. He said to Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, he says, my kids, it didn't turn out that way. Like, their mamash must have been very similar, and he was just wondering, or bemoaning the fact that his kids didn't follow his dad. Maybe they were Erlochiyim, but they didn't become Rosh Yeshiva, they didn't become Gedol. So Shlomo Zalman said to him, supposedly, that, when a new Sefer came out, right now, in these days, you have a Sefer on the smallest minutiae halacha, when the Til Sedayim on Tuesday morning. You get the whole Sefer, like Marno Koidnis, like 1,000 shars of Chaim Kanievsky, and so one could argue that when these little svarim come out, so the author is not the biggest Talmid Chacham. He chose a very, very small little, niche, and he wrote a Sefer on that. So when that Sefer came into your house, you would say, what does this guy know? He's writing a Sefer on just a small little halacha, chairs b'halacha, some crazy topic. And so you would denigrate him and the Sefer, and then your kids picked up the Torah is not so chashuv. But Shlomo Zalman was the Gadol Ador. But when some little Sefer came out about some person, whatever, you would say, Gavaldi, look at how chashuv halacha is, the one small detail you can have a whole Sefer about. And even though he also held like the other Gadol inside, the guy was, but he still, to his kids, he always praised it. So that's mamash this Rabbeinu on the mission, that which I praise, that we always say, the overt chinuch that a person tells his kids, clean up your room, talk nicely, that's good, you have to do that. But much more effective is how they hear a person talking to his wife. That's much more effective in being mechanech them, how to deal with people, than telling them you have to be nice. So Torah is chashuv. That's one way to be mechanech, and you have to say that. But also, how are we mechanech Torah ourselves? What do we praise? Do we praise the right things and denigrate the wrong things? So it's supposed to happen for all of us, especially in this day and age where gedolim are being recorded in conversations and letters and this and that, and we have access now to like a lot of things that everyone's saying, and then not only to what the gedolim are saying, but to every Tom, Dick, Harry, and Yankel's uptight, pshat in what the gedolim are saying. You can get into it, and I myself am guilty with this. One has to remember the gedolim Yisrael, right? And we can't really pass. It's not our place to pass judgment on what they're saying. And if we start doing that, so that's mamash Rabbeinu, that shows where we're holding in our covenant Torah. And if a person, everyone wants covenant, everyone wants to be respected. The Mishnah is telling us how does one get garnish respect? It's by being mechabed Torah, being mechabed lamdeh. Zok Rabbeinu gufu mechuber ala brias. He becomes honored by the brias. Min hashamayim mesayin sheyichabduhu abrias. It's not a teva, it's not a natural thing. It's that if we are mechabed Torah, then a Kadosh Baruch Hu makes sure that we are honored by people. So we do what the Mishnah says, we're mechabed Torah, then Torah is mechabed us. And the opposite is true too. So whoever is megal upon Torah, whoever is not respectful to Torah, to Landeya, will be not respected by people. And then obviously it's referring to people who respect the Torah themselves. I mean, if it's not from people just come to hak, and I hak also, I will be respected by them. That's not real true respect. Won't be respected by people that deserve it. So that's what the Mishnah says. Let's do another Mishnah. Mishnah Zayin. Rabbi Yishmael says, "Hachoisich atzmoi min hadin." Somebody who holds himself back from paskining. We'll see the Rabbeinu from paskining. Poirik mimenu eva v'gezel u'shvu shav. So he takes off of himself eva, hatred, gezel, theft, u'shvu shav, and swearing falsely. If one involves himself, this is literally in the context of a din Torah, where they're making shvuas, and one is paskining, they're moving against the money. So if one is involved in what they did, there's going to be eva, there's going to be fighting, there's going to be bad feelings, there's going to be gezel, potentially in shvu shav. A person who is running to paskin, and he will see the Rabbeinu, he thinks he's a groise chacham, he's a big chacham, he's a shoite, he's a fool, he's a rasha, and he's a balgai. Very strong words from the Mishnah from Rabbi Yishmael. So Zok Rabbeinu, he says, even though it says shoiftim v'shoiftim titil l'chal b'chol sharecha, we have to have courts, Jewish courts, by every city, by every gate, because of tzedek tirdoy, should mitzvah ladin as adin. It's a mitzvah to paskin adin. Two yidden have a sivuch, they have an argument you have to paskin. That's only if there's no one else but me, but you. Whenever you can pull yourself back and paskining, let someone else paskin. Because you prevent yourself from getting involved in various svekas. You'll distance yourself from hatred, because a person who comes out of Bezdin, so his lashon is chayiv. If a person comes out of Bezdin chayiv, yisnes adayana. A person comes out of Bezdin, he's guilty. He owes the money. We had the ma'aser for Perkei a few weeks ago with the din Torah. He passed on the guy's cow, the butcher's cow, 1,000 rubles. That the cow's trade, not a problem. He owes 25 ruble. All of a sudden he got upset because he passed at the menstrual trade. He passed the personal trade. That was the cow's trade. So he says Rabbeinu Yonah. This is back in times of the Rishonim. Imagine Rabbeinu Yonah is your dying. He's your dying, and he passes you chayiv $100. You're gonna hate him. You're gonna hate the Rambam. As they state, that's part of human talent, human nature. The Gensel maybe you be mechayiv tashlumin. Some is not to be gachrais to be involved in the bezin shvua shav. Maybe you'll be mechayiv shvua. And you'll be machshel a person in Shul Shah. So I dabbled for a short period of time in Melbourne. We put together a bezdin. There was an Av bezdin, very chashuv Rav, who was the Av bezdin, and then the Balabatim were things come up. Nothing big, not big money, but things come up, and they always wanted some way to resolve the issue, and there's no bezdin in Melbourne as of now. There's no choshen mishmah bezdin. You have to get not choshen mishmah. So we did it at bezdin. We did a few dinei Torah, and I called my Rosh Shiur Kaplan to see what he thought about it. So he said that you have to figure out what's your role in the community, right? Because you understand that if you're a dayan in a bezdin in a small community, not talking about Eretz Yisrael where the dayan in Harnof goes back to where he lives, and the Baal Din from Meishram goes back to where he lives, and you don't see it. But you're in a small town, right? So the butcher, and there's the baker, and there's it's a little shtetl there. You're going to alienate yourself from 10% of the community. So if your job, your role there is going to be the bezdin, that's it, that's fine. But if you want to have any other position or any other shaykhs in the community, this is not the thing for you to be doing. So, I didn't really listen. I should have. And I did 2 dinei Torah there. And Taka, both of them, one of them, it was nothing bad, really bad, but one of them, both Bali Din were upset. They were both upset at the Psak. And the other one, he got over it, but it wasn't, the other one was a local guy versus someone overseas, and it wasn't comfortable, put it that way. And I saw the Das Torah to listen. So that's what he's saying over here. A person's a dayan, they're gonna hate the guy. That's the mitzias. Zikr, the one who's chayiv. In our generation, both will be upset at how the whole thing went. So the Mishnah is saying you should be choisech atzmei. Now that being said, there's no one else. But this day and age is not really shy because you could do dinei Torah to have it on Skype. You could have it as bezdin in Eretz Yisrael. You could do it like that. So really, there's no reason for anyone to be a dayan. They can always write it if they need to. A gasli b'ba'arod, the Rabbeinu says, is the opposite. That's the other side. It's the opposite of a person's choisech atzmei min adin. Because the choisech atzmei, how come he doesn't want to paskin? Because to paskin it properly requires the person has to be calm, has to think it out. He has to take time, yin gadol, the mitun, the amtana, and it's a tircha. But the gasli b'ba'arod holds that he's a groisa lamdan, he's a big talmid chacham, and he's not going to make a mistake. That's a shayta. A person who thinks, and we all know people like this, a person who thinks, I do not make mistakes, is a shayta. He's the biggest shayta. He's the biggest fool. Why? A person who's confident in his thinking, has much more hope than he does. Because the Ksil does Averas, he knows, and he's makir. He's not going in the right path. And he knows that he's making mistakes. There's a tikva, maybe he'll go back to Hashem. But the Chacham Be'enov, the Gasli B'Bahira, what hope does he have? Because he holds, if he's chayzer, if he questions his belief, he's going further away from the emes, from the truth. So, I take it back. You're allowed to be confident in what you think, but to be confident to the point that you don't ask anyone else, you don't take anyone else's daya on board, so a ksil has more hope. There are 2 types of people in an insane asylum. You have those people who know they're crazy, and those people who don't know they're crazy. So what is the better chance of getting out? Right? The person who knows he's crazy. A Gasli Barot does not know he's crazy. And obviously he's a Rosh also because he's constantly against the halacha, and he's a Gasli, obviously he's a Balgaibi. So that is the approach to taking on a Achrayas in Psak Halacha, in a Din Torah in particular. One should try to avoid it. If one can't, then obviously one has to. If that's what the Torah says. The whole deal.
Sure.